Superdome in New Orleans. It's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Made at the 36-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Panthers.
Now a carry for Bernard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Ball carrier.
The numbers last week for Bernard. 23 carries, 108 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
And this is incomplete.
Bridgewater's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Bernard. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Fights him off. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Marcus Davenport has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Kamara on the carry.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
To bring this one out, it's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade experiment.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, not allow your blitzers to get there.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Zach Bond in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Alvin Kamara
decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Carolina. 75 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1 yard line. I want to carry it in.
We'll see if they reward him on this next play. From the gun, Bridgewater. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
Number 11,
Robbie Anderson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Saints to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They were able to win last week. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jason Verrett, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run it here with Burrow. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Panther football to start quarter number 2. Panther football to start quarter number 2. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Bridgewater. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Marcus Davenport in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
The current formula is not working right now.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
And they got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st and 10.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Out And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
10 yards on the pickup.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll run it with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
32-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
Here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. Bridgewater. It's complete. He's got Gronk.
Bridgewater.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Caleb Ballage. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
36 yards on the play. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Do it again, let's do it again.
once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from game. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
32. Panthers 10.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Kickoff for New Orleans.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not on the team anymore.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Zach Ball picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Zach Ball able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bernard. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
And they've all been good so far. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Jackson picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on 1st down. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
A fumble on the play, recovered by the defense.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson looking for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play. And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Panthers' 6-yard line.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in. And the Saints are pouring it on. Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now once again, the Saints will decide to go for the 2-point conversion. Watson now to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we can sit up here
46
and dance around it a little bit. But going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And now look at him go. He's at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
The ball carrier.
A big play there for the Panthers. 43 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Zach Ball in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. throwing. Bridgewater. And pressure gets to him again. Zach Bond, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go again here with Akers. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
On first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Jason Barrett brought him down.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
On the handoff.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up third and 1.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Watson, off play action. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. They'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's got it. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters. What they faced in this ball game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Bridgewater on first down. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Zach Bourne make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, now he's hit. Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. And his pass incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Bridgewater to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson. His throw incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. Off-play action. Watson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
27 yards there, a 1st down.
10 at the 12-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jason Bryant. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback?
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Kamara with a 1st down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push upfield was strong defensively. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
3rd and 6.
And he's going to have a 1st down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the backflip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes has a way of catching up with you.
First down, Bridgewater. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
There defensively.
To throw, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. The 40, the 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead, and unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Quarterback taken.
Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Bryant.
I just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 2 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Yeah, another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Chin picks it off.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
A loss of 4.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, but the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers defense gearing up as they take the field. And this is an afternoon that they're going to want to forget pretty quickly.
And that's going to be hard for them to do because they still have to go watch film. And so someone's going to point out all the errors, but you're exactly right. Can they set that aside and get themselves geared up for a better performance down the road?
Maybe some of them at least have dinner to look forward to with their families after this one.
Well, I've got dinner to look forward to with you, and I know who's buying.
Yep, not me.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and now it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Watson looks to throw again. And this will be caught. We'll forget taking in the touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints.
Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through three. That was impressive.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we